morning, Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Boku no Hero Academia chapter 320. So, I think it's time for DEKU to receive a very friendly intervention. Well, a mostly friendly intervention. Anyway, I can't wait to see how shit's gonna go down this week. So without further ado, let's get to it. So this chapter is titled DEKU versus Class A. Ooh, we got a Froppy cover page here. Rain showers in the archipelago. Froppy in action. Woohoo! Let's go. I know that once you set your mind on something, you never stop. I hear that you now have quirks from the 4th to 6th users. You look like a completely different person, huh? You damn nerd. I told you he looked like a fucking monster. And remember what I said, or I should say read from Vigilante Boku no Hero Academia Legals. Yep. Thank you all for coming. Smokescreen! Woo! You guys better not lose sight of him. Smokescreen! That's the power of the 6th user. Blast landmines! Get him, Boku! See, I said this was a mostly friendly intervention. You didn't even tell us anything before you left. I guess once you start being able to do anything you try, everyone around you starts to look like an extra, huh? Woo! This art looking good. You can come back, Midoriya-kun! The headmaster asked for you to come back, so stop running away, okay? Koda-kun, I'm sorry! Oh. You let your black whip out. That's scary. I gotta be cautious. There is so much phrasing in that statement, it's not even funny. It's like extending a part of your body. Wow, yeah, you're right. It makes a difference. Sarah-kun. Heartbeat wall. So fast, Midoriya. This isn't important or whatever, but during the cultural festival, you taught me how to organize my notes. That helped me a lot. I thought she was going to tell me it's a useless hobby, so I got super enthusiastic when you showed an interest. This is trivial, but I was super happy. Tornado tail dance. Do you remember your fight against Shinzo during the sports festival? You got frustrated at him for me. I'll never forget that. We can't overlook the fact that you're fatigued yet fighting alone. But if I'm around, I'll put everyone else in danger. All for One is going to take me away. That's why I left. Go, Dark Shadow. He's gotten too strong. His will has too. Midoriya, listen to me. You might have a special power, but our feelings are the same. Please think about what Koda said about the school side, or else I won't. What the fuck is this shit? Come on! Or else I won't let you borrow my food coloring when you make candy apples for Iri-chan. But Iri-chan doesn't need it from me specifically. He's not wrong! At first we were all going to follow you, but now with the help of the Endeavor Agency, we are able to make use of our quirks. Our mission is to secure your safety. A machine to put me to sleep? You can stop caring about me. Stop following me. Hell no! Woo! Midoriya, I know, One for All is important, but right now there's something even more important. We have no hobbies in common, but you're still my friend, so I will force you to do it. Okay. I know what can. My mind is, first of all, my mind is like in a permanent gutter. It's heading to Tartarus, okay? So that was some major phrasing, but the thing is, you can't force someone to do something unless they just can't force someone to do something. They have to realize it themselves. You need to get them to look at a mirror first. That's why I keep saying, or what I've been saying for the past few weeks, especially when we saw Stain in the end of the chapter a few weeks ago, that Stain needs to be the one to do it. Because all you're doing with this shit is pushing Midoriya away. There's insulation tape around him. Yeah, Yorozu probably made it. If it's with these people, even All Might seems no longer scary. You said that during the training camp raid. It's nice and dark here, Dark Shadow. Ooh, Ragnarok Womb, sweet. To use Dark Shadow's offensive power as defense. That was your idea, wasn't it, Midoriya? Ooh, I do like this, though. Do you only think of us as people you have to protect? Dude, that is very true what they're saying. That what Midoriya is doing is very, very patronizing. It is. If you think about it from their point of view, it's extremely patronizing. First off, take a bath, okay? Sorry, let's go take a bath. Please. Ooh. To break free from Ragnarok. It said stop. I know everyone is worried about me. From the bottom of their hearts, they are worried about me because, are worried about me. I could tell because, they should be able to recognize the looming threat of danger, but they're all oblivious to it. Please, get away from me. I swear I'm fine. Having piercing ice wall. Woo! Get him, Toriki. What's with that face? The burden placed on you, it doesn't allow for tears, right? Let us share that burden. I have to say this. If anybody should be doing this intervention, anybody should, it should be Shoto. Out of any of them, Shoto understands the most of what's at stake, because Shoto has to fight his own brother. He has this huge burden on his shoulders because he knows that Toya is going to be causing all this destruction to get to him as well. So you have that too. Anyway, the rest of the other thing is, I don't think Shoto and Bakugo, I think, are the only ones that I think truly understand the severity of the situation. But Shoto especially. I won't let you go. I won't cry in such a flurry. You're important. When scared, you're allowed to tremble. When it's tough, you're allowed to shed tears. That's how you become a hero, like in the comics. Oh, Horikoshi is going in on Western comic books right now. That's what he's doing. We won't let you go. We won't let you go alone. Headed to versus Class A's climax, next volume with its colored intro. All right, let me talk about this chapter as a whole. This chapter was okay. I understand what Horikoshi's trying to do. He's trying to do like an intervention, like similar to what you would see with a drug addict, or with or someone that is not just a drug addict, someone that's suffering with addiction or with depression or a mental illness, just like a straight up, or just flat out a straight up intervention with any type of thing. Whether, like abusive relationship or whatever, you know what I mean. And as I said, only a few of them, I think, really, really understand the severity of the situation. And you know what? I will amend my statement. Dark Shadow understands too. I gotta take it back. Tokiyami, I think, understands too. Because remember, Tokiyami saw what happened with Hawks. So I think he kind of understands. And yeah, I know I'm gonna get probably some shit in my comment section about, class 1A's fight with Gigamantica and like experiencing, death and all that. But even if you experience death, and also that fight was nothing compared to fighting All For One. No, it was nothing compared to fighting All For One. And yeah, being on the sidelines, actually witnessing in person the fight between All For One and All Might is one thing, but actually fighting All For One is another thing. So there's that to take into consideration as well. And also, so that's why I said maybe Tokiyami can understand to an extent, but yeah, I think some of the and I understand what Horikoshi is trying to do. Horikoshi's hero writing isn't the very best. It's not. It is not. I know Horikoshi trying to improve his hero writing, but some of this just wasn't it. It just did not work. I think what would have been better is if Horikoshi, and again, I know he's trying to include more of Class 1A, but I think it just would have been more appropriate to have Shoto and Bakugo, maybe a couple of others, but yeah, I know it was cool seeing, getting, flashbacks to, how Deku has affected some of Class 1A and all that. It was nice and all that, but I feel like what would have been better is having Shoto and Deku Shoto and Bakugo bringing Deku back to the school, and then having everyone sit down and have that intervention with Deku. I just feel like that would have been way more appropriate for this. I do, because then you have Deku hearing everybody out, and then Deku's not like in this volatile state. And because right now Deku is just so volatile, and he's just like not listening to anybody. He's just so worried about protecting them that he's just in that mindset. His mind is just so one tracked. He's not seeing the bigger picture of how it's affecting everyone. But if you had just like Shoto and Bakugo there to get Deku and bring him back to UA and have him sit down with the rest of the class and have that intervention, I think that just would have been more appropriate. And I think Deku would actually maybe listen. At least that's my opinion. Because as I said, I think Deku right now, because you have everybody there, I think he's just being extremely overwhelmed. He really is. I think he's being very, very overwhelmed right now by everyone being there. He is. At least that's my opinion. I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that Deku is being overwhelmed by everyone there? Because I know because I feel like Deku is being ganged up on, and if you have ever had like if you've ever had like an intervention or whatnot, and or been brought to, well, fuck, he's probably would feel ganged up on either way. But to at least get him to the intervention, yeah, probably don't want to be ganging up on Deku like this. It's probably better to have like maybe just one or two people there. And in this case, especially like the two people that would understand Deku's situation the best, and that would be Shoto and Bakugo. And then bringing back to UA, have that full on intervention, and get Deku cleaned up, have that full on intervention with the rest of the class, and then I feel like that just would be more appropriate. I'm very curious, and Deku wouldn't feel so after, because once you get him back to UA and get him cleaned up, he would be a lot calmer, and then he wouldn't be so overwhelmed. And yeah, I know that we're starting to see him. We're starting to see him not. You're starting to see his wall come down a little bit, but you're starting to see it, but slowly. But you really see it in particular, and you see, let's see where it really was starting to happen. Yeah. Just like this part right here where Deku runs into Shoto's ice wall. Yeah, you don't really need anyone besides Bakugo and Shoto. You really don't need anyone there. Yeah, else there. I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that everyone being there was very overwhelming and it felt like more everyone ganging up on Deku, and that basically what should have happened was Shoto and Bakugo should have just got Deku, brought him back, get him cleaned up, and then have the sit-down intervention with the class and let everyone tell them how he feels. And fuck, then you know what you do is you have Aizawa there holding Deku, of course, with this quirk, and then he can't leave. And the other thing is, because one of them mentioned the whole thing with the food coloring with Eri. Then you bring Eri up in that room, and then Eri tells Deku what's going on. I know it's emotionally manipulating, but he needs to hear Eri's opinion from her himself. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more Boku no Hero Academia content, there's a few ways you could do that. You can donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wish list. All of that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, find me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!